What's going on, y'all? Welcome to a not so quick tip Tuesday. Today we're going to be throwing the Mirrodine, and I'm going to show y'all everything I know about this lure and everything y'all need to know to be able to go out on the water and catch a lot of fish using this lure right here. But without further ado, let's get out here and show you what I got. A lure like this takes a little bit of practice. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 for being difficult, 10 being a difficult lure to learn. This is probably right there middle of the road, about a 5. One thing that people do when they're working a Mirrodine is they throw it out there and they are twitching too hard, and sometimes hard twitching will work, but oftentimes when I'm sitting here twitching too hard like that, that lure is going to be swinging up on its side and not looking natural. What I want to do is light twitches. Reel in my slack, light twitches. Boom, just like that. Okay, and kind of keep it rhythmic. Okay, whatever your pause is, keep that pause throughout your same retrieve. Ding, ding, da, ding, ding, da. I don't know if that sounds weird me doing that, but just kind of get the idea of twitch, twitch, pause. Twitch, twitch, pause, twitch, twitch, pause, right? Rhythmic throughout the entire cast. That's what you want to do. Now they got Mirrodines that don't have rattles. This one has rattles, but the ones that don't have rattles, you would want to use those in like your, there he is. There he is. You want to use that more like a, that's a decent one. That's a decent one. Come here. Anyways, like I was saying, one that doesn't rattle, you would want to use that in a situation like very, very clean water, a lot of Florida waters, things like that, where crystal clear water, you don't want that rattling. All right, and we got a bonus with this fish. This fish is tagged, probably sitting around 18 inches or so. Go ahead and pop this lure out of its mouth, get a measurement, take a picture of that tag, and then we will turn that in today. All right, buddy, let's get you back in the water. Oh, you ready? Bye-bye. All right, so yeah, that's throwing the Mirrodine right there, y'all. Not too hard to throw it. Get back in here, see if we can pick us up another one. All right, so we were talking about rattles, right? Clean water, things like your Florida water is very clean. You don't want to throw a whole lot of rattles. Now, these do come in a lot of different colors. If you were to look at Mirrodines, they got a newer series out called the Pro Series, and those don't really have your holographic finishes on them. They have more of a really lifelike looking painting scheme to them, and that is something that I would throw in clean water. Now I'm fishing dirtier river water right now, right? Got a lot of rains that push through. Fishing these river waters, I'm in very muddy, stained water, so I want that holographic finish with that flash. In waters like this, the deal is that I got that rattle and I also got that flash, so when it's dirty like it is right now, those trout are hearing that rattle engage. When I twitch, they're hearing that rattle, right? They're keying in on it. They're looking for where's that rattle coming from, and then when they catch a glimpse of that flash, boom, they nail it right there. Excellent lure for fishing in flats like I am right now. Kind of fishing a point, but area like this, I'm fishing like 3 to 4 foot of water right now, and this lure is probably sitting about 2 feet or so, right in the middle of that water column. I can see something waking over there. That might be where we need to go through. Oh yeah, see one right there shallow up on grass chasing something. Might need to get a little bit closer to the shoreline here. That was a doggone thump, son. Oh. Oh my goodness. Dude. That one hit it 100 mile an hour. And as soon as I set the hook, I had him for about 2 seconds. Oh man. Fishing a Mirrodine can be very, very addictive because that thump. That's a good fish. Did he get off too? What the crap? So this is how to suck at throwing a Mirrodine. Golly, that was a good fish. We're on good fishing here, y'all. We are on good fish. Look, even got a scale. All right. He's on right there at the doggone boat. Another decent fish. Come on over, come on. Shall we try to boat flip him? Come on. Boat flip. Boom. Alright, so we got us another good trout right there. That one is pretty doggone fat. So pop her on a measuring board. Get that measuring board in water a little bit. Try to reserve some of her slime. And this one is 18 3/4. Beautiful fish, y'all. Absolutely beautiful fish. Another Mirrodine fish. Alright, I'm gonna get in here and try to catch us one more fish on a Mirrodine and kind of just show y'all basically what I do, how I'm working it, to kind of give y'all an idea of what y'all need to be able to do to go out there and do the same thing. And I know a lot of y'all probably have already thrown the Mirrodine. You probably already had a lot of success with it. This video is geared towards the newer angler who has maybe not thrown a whole lot of artificial and is exploring, looking into throwing artificials. And basically, yeah, I know it can be overwhelming at first, but the biggest thing when you're throwing artificials is to pick up something that you want to learn how to throw and just throw that thing. If you want to learn a Mirrodine, just throw a Mirrodine all day. The biggest problem I see that people do when they're throwing artificials is they get to a spot, they throw 3, 4, maybe even 10 casts, and then they say, this ain't working. Then they retie, they go to something else. They throw a topwater, then they throw a jig, then they throw a spinnerbait, then they throw whatever, right? And then they're like, oh, well, it must be the wrong color, when in reality, probably just weren't fish there. If you want to get good at throwing something, just throw that thing that you want to get good at. Now, with that being said, just about any lure, when put in front of the right fish, will catch fish. But if you're getting started out, try to stay away from the gimmicky stuff. I would stick with things that are tried and true that you see a lot of other people using, like a Mirrodine. Mirrodines have been around for decades and they've worked forever, and they're working now. So another good one. That is the dangerous part about throwing a Mirrodine. Trying to get that fish in the boat and worrying about that Mirrodine coming back and hitting you. Good thing I'm wearing a jacket. But anyways, let's get one more. That's the deal though. You want to, getting out throwing new lures, throw something that's tried and true, that you know, that you see a lot of other people use them and having good success with. Go out there, use that. Once you gain the confidence and you get out there enough, then you will begin to know, okay, well, I want something that's maybe a little bit bigger in profile, maybe a little bit slower, or maybe I want something fast, small, and erratic, right? You start to realize, all right, this is the deal for this area. This is what I want to try to do. And then you can kind of start exploring around with different types of lures and things like that. He's on. Look at that little guy. That is the smallest one of the morning for sure. The only one we caught that is not a keeper. I don't see you, dude. I want to show y'all real quick a couple of different Mirrodine options. Now, there are a ton of options out there. They're starting to come out with CIs, Pro Series, all these different types. There's two types that I really use, okay? And one is going to be a 17 MR, and the other is an 18 MR, okay? Now, the difference between these lures is one is meant for shallow water, probably 3 to 5 feet, and the other is meant for deeper water. So I would fish this in 5 feet or deeper, okay? And you'll see it right here on the 18 MR. It'll say heavy on the side. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says heavy dine right there, so you'll know whenever you got it tied on, you'll know what you got on there. But on the package, it'll have a little green sticker that says heavy on it. So just want to bring that to y'all's attention real quick. These are the two types of Mirrodines that I buy, that I keep on me, 18 MR and a 17 MR. All right, so I got to get ready to go in right now. I just want to come out here real quick this morning to show y'all about, basically just talk to y'all about Mirrodines and how to use them to catch fish. Now, like I said, I was going to go over a couple of mistakes that people do when throwing a Mirrodine, and I already covered one of those mistakes, but is trying to work it too fast or too hard. It's a bait that's designed to have small twitches and then a subtle pause. So if you're working it, try to remember to slow down just a little bit. Another thing is that when they're tying it on, they tie it with a loop knot. A lot of inshore anglers put loop knots on their lures. If you put a loop knot on a Mirrodine, you're going to keep on snagging. That front hook is going to snag that loop knot, so you don't want to use a loop knot to throw it. And then the next mistake that people do is they use too big of a setup on their rods. For me personally, this lure needs to be thrown on a medium light, no more than a medium, but a medium light. I'm throwing it on a 6.9, but if you had like a 7-foot 7.3 medium light, it'd be a lot better. You get a lot further cast out there. And then if you can find a rod that is a medium light with a moderate action, they're kind of hard to find. A lot of times you got to get custom rods made for that, but a moderate to moderate fast action is the action you want. This is a fast action rod. It's what I'm using today. It does work, but you will land more fish with a moderate to moderate fast rod because it allows for you to not pull those hooks. The big fish that I missed today, if I had a moderate fast rod, those hooks might not would have pulled. So we'll never know. But anyways, so those are 3 mistakes that people do, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, y'all, share the video, smash that like button. You'll never know how much that helps, man. I mean, when y'all hit that like button, it tells YouTube that it's a good video and it sends it out there. So that's what we want to do. Comment with any questions, and then subscribe if you haven't already. We will see y'all next time.